God of War. Let's just talk about this game for a minute there, and let's see what what I think might be going on with this game. Now, I'll just let everybody know straight up, I like God of War. God of War was a great game series that I played. I played all the games, beat all the games, minus the second one on PSP. I got it, but I never beat it all the way. Just I don't know why I stopped playing. Maybe I got just interested, I guess. But I have all the copies from PS2. I got the remastered ones from PS2 to PS3, and I bought the third one, and I bought Ascension, but we won't talk about that because that game, I don't know when it takes place in a timeline. They say it's a prequel, but he has all these powers like a god, so it doesn't make any sense to me. It's kind of confusing. The gameplay is good, but the story itself is just, they shouldn't have made the game to begin with, but they did. And I didn't buy the remastered one for PS4 because I thought it was just stupid at that point, I guess. But I see the need why they did it. I guess to try to get some money, obviously, but whatever. So there's new God of War coming out, right? And I was kind of afraid of it coming out, but I wanted it to come out at the same time, I guess. But there was no need for it. You know, the story should have just ended where it ended, you know, and just leave it like that. But people were clamoring for another one for some reason, you know. And story-wise, even though the first three didn't have like a in-depth story, like deep story or anything like that, but it had a somewhat of a story that everybody can understand. Guy was enraged, but bloodlust basically killed his family, or was tricked by killing his family, so quote unquote. And he wears the ashes of his dead family on him as punishment, basically. So he was fighting the gods to try to get his family back. You know, moral of the story is once they're dead, they ain't coming back. You know, that's the way I looked at it as. You know, some people want more of it, but I'm like, no. The message should be you kill somebody, that's it. You know, but now they're diving in Norse mythology for some reason, you know. So, or I mean, granted, we don't know much about it besides what the devs want to feed everybody, but we don't know much about it because we never had any hands-on with the game. No hands-on at all, just what they're telling us and what we saw at E3. Now, for me, when I first saw the trailer, I thought it was, for a minute there, I thought it was Rise with the way that Kratos was walking and such, you know. I was like, wait a minute, this camera angle is like Rise's camera angle. What happened to the, you know, bird's eye view, more or less, you know, pulled out camera angle, you know, for fighting and such. So they want to switch it up. And now he has this son that's tagging along, like a companion. Kind of reminded me of The Last of Us. Yes, it reminded me of that, like right out the jump. I'm like, not another one. Another game that it's like playing off another one. Okay. People say, well, give it a chance. It might be good. Well, yeah, it might be. But my concern as a gamer, I'm thinking that this game might be more story first than actual combat or gameplay. When before it was straight up action off the jump, you know, then story. It wasn't really like long drawn out, things like that. You play the first one on PS2. It was a little story trailer, you know, whatever, and then went straight to action, like pretty much, and that's how you unveil the story through that. But I'm afraid that this game will be story first, then gameplay, rather than gameplay first, then story. Because now we got to know why he has his kid tagging along, if that is his kid or not, why he has a beard, or how old is he now. Speaking of age, like, I like how they switched voice actors, and maybe they thought that we wouldn't catch that. I don't understand why they switched voice actors. Even the actor himself, the guy, he said himself, he tweeted it out, said that they want to go in a different direction. I mean, he kind of confused, or maybe just kind of kept it cool, you know, not try to burn bridges or anything. But I'm like, why was there a change of voice actors? The guy looks young. I imagine he's a younger dude playing an older guy rather than have an older guy playing an older guy, you know. And I like how they switched these voice actors like we wouldn't notice. I mean, we knew it. I knew off the jump. Matter of fact, the voice actor to me sounds like a Viking. I mean, he has like a Viking accent when he talks louder. I mean, kind of strange saying that, but I don't know. It don't sound right. It don't sound like Kratos. The Kratos that I know, the Kratos that I knew 10 years ago playing on PS2 or shit, more than 10 years ago, really. But I don't know. I'm just afraid that this game may not add up to what it's supposed to be, if you know what I mean. I'm thinking that we've seen all the gruesome attacks, the eyes being gouged in, the heads being ripped off, things that we've seen, all that. I mean, and we saw the story being unfolded, and okay, I'm like, all right, you know, we get it, it's done, it's over. But now they want to keep it going. And some people might say, well, if it's written right, then it'll be a good game. To me, that's like an oxymoron. Like, well, no, duh, it's gonna be good if it's written good, right? I'm like, duh. but like at this point, you can tell that they're kind of dragging the story along. It's like they're dragging it along. And to me, Santa Monica is turning into a one-trick pony. No point intended. But I mean, that's all they're known for now is God of War. Yeah, they got some other smaller titles under them, but you don't really hear about them. You know, God of War is kind of like their staple. That's their bee's knees. That's their bread and butter. I get it, but I'm afraid that this game may not be what it needs to be. They should have left it alone, did something different. That's my take on it. I don't want to make this video too long, you know, elaborating even more so on it, but I just don't think the game will be good. I don't think it's gonna be as good as we expect it to be. But will I get it? I wouldn't buy it day one. I wouldn't buy it first week. Hell, I might not even buy it the first month. If I get it, or when I get it, I'm buying it on sale. And no, I do not buy used games or borrow or whatever. I don't do that. I buy new. This is how I roll. But that's what I think, man. You know, I think the game will be more story driven than action driven. That's just my take on it. But anyways, I'm J Got, and I'm out.